1994, and he was the president of Pune in 1997. And in 2000, he formed the organization VOICE for Vedic Oasis for Culture, Inspiration and Education for Youth. And since then, he has trained hundreds and thousands of youth all over India and also internationally. So Prabhuji has training programs for Grahasthas, for Brahmacharis, for children, for high school children, and he's known for his seminars also in Bank of America, many other banks and universities like University of Chicago, Cornell University. So, more to be told. We're very, very happy to have Prabhuji here. He has designed the course Discover Yourself. And also his website you can visit, Radheshyam.com. So many resources there. So you can't imagine it. Okay, today's Prabhuji will be talking for youth as well for the adults. Today we had two programs with Prabhuji combining that and giving a session for everyone. So thank you all very much. Let's say 3 times Hari Bol to welcome Prabhuji. Hari Bol! Hari Bol! Hari Bol!
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Yeah, thank you. Hare Krishna. They have a computer screen, they have a. Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giri Varadhari Jaya Radha Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giri Varadhari Yashodarandana Vrajajana Randana Munati Ravana Chari Munati Ravana Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। So very happy to be here for the first time in Charlotte. Shamagauri Mataji has been inviting many speakers in Bhakti Sangha group of devotees. The group gradually increased bigger and bigger and very happy to know that you all are getting a piece of land now and you are going to come up with a project. Very glad to know that. So actually we arrived in the airport and the aeroplane kept us inside for almost 1 hour because they were not getting a place to park, I think probably. They were holding us, otherwise I have to come early. I'm sorry for the delay. Now it's 7:45. We will try our best. For half the time I want to speak on this because many children have stayed back and waited for the program. So balancing Bhakti, Seva and academics, that was the topic Mataji gave me. And if you are working, balancing your work and Bhakti, isn't it? When we talk about balance, balance is needed everywhere. Like in India, somebody purchases a sack of rice. For children, somebody can engage the children, can take them to another room and please keep them peaceful. You can. Small kids, you can take them upstairs. You can take them. Yeah. So, when you have a bicycle, you keep a sack of rice. After a while, the rice is going to go to one side. Then what do? You put a stop the cycle, and then you put equal amount of rice on either side, correct now? Then you go for a while, then it comes this side. Then again you do it. So balance is not you do once and it is done. It's not like that. Time to time we have to look back and balance. So there are two types of vision, it is said, Simhavalok and Vihangavalok. Vihangavalok means bird's eye view, to get a picture of our life. Simhavalok means to see your balance, whether you are giving due importance to all the aspects of life, isn't it? And for youths, for them academics is something very vital now. It's a career deciding thing. So many of them are in great tension. So you see here they suffer from various things: academic stress, parents' expectations, society's expectations, temptations, isn't it? Some obstacles. And they also go by, external validations. So, therefore, the stage of teenage, it's like a dream world and also a stage of turmoil also. So, let us see. Many times we plan that I want to do it. But then when you make a plan, sankalpa, vikalpa means let me do something more pleasurable, something more easier. That's how the mind starts coming up with some other plan. Like, you think, today I want to study in the evening. You make a plan. When you come home in the evening, maybe I can play for a short while. Things like that. And then when we get distracted, this is what happens. We get into habit loop and we repeat it over and over. That becomes our nature for us. So we all can experience a battle in our mind between the higher self and the lower self. So the white one I have shown like an angel, and the red one is like an animal. Or the white one is reason based, and the red one is instinctive. Let me ask a question, but this question is only for the youth, not for the adults, grown-ups. One boy was driving in America a bike, and his bike, and you don't find boys in bike, occasionally you see them driving a bike. Mostly they go in cars. But his cap flew off, and he stopped the bike by the side of the road, and he was running behind the cap, while many cars are going zoom, zoom, zoom very fastly. So, should he focus on the cap or should he focus on the cars? What do you think? Should he look at the cars or should he look at the cap? Cars. She says cars. What do you think? Cars, okay. What about you? What do you think?
Say cars.
Cars, okay. So all of them agree. What do you think? Yes. Cars, yeah, isn't it? Why? What is the reasoning behind it?
Because your life matters more than that.
Exactly, yeah. Even if the cap is smashed by some car, you can always purchase another one. But one should not, be careless while crossing the road, isn't it? So, if you go by reason, like you gave the reason now, right? You gave the reasoning. So, when you go by reason, then your intelligence is active. When you go by the pushings of the mind, instinctive pleasures, then mind is active. So, mind is a lower self. Intelligence is higher self. So, if you act by lower self, we are dragged away. And if you act by higher self, we have control of life. So, would you like to have control of your life in your hands, or would you like to be dragged away? What do you think?
Control.
Correct, no? Like when you go to Hare Krishna in India, Hare Krishna is a place in Haridwar. There is a chain where people take bath there. You have to hold the chain and take a bath. Like this you can do, or you can hold like this you can do. You can't leave both the hands. If you leave both the hands, the pravah, the speed of Ganga is very fast. You'll be carried away by the current. And people have sometimes drowned also, correct, no? So one has to be alert while taking a dip. One has to be attentive. Similarly, just like that current of water can carry us away, our mind with its instinctive pushings can also carry us away. But if you don't want to be dragged away by the mind, we have to have reasoning of the intelligence. Like, the mind is the best friend and it can be the worst enemy also. And the mind, when it is untrained, it acts as an enemy. It leads to chaos and regret, you see. But when mind is trained, it becomes your good friend. Let me give you some examples for this. See, you have an examination tomorrow. So when is the mind best friend? You say, let me study 2 hours now with no distractions, correct now? And then the result is you get good marks, you get confidence. That means you make a plan and you stick to it. Sankalp means making a plan, committing to a plan and sticking to it. See, sometimes there is a chapter of your book very difficult. I know it's difficult. Like watermelon, you can't swallow it in one shot. You slice it and take it. Similarly, I can crack it if I try step by step. And then that's a growth mindset. Then you can understand even difficult things. Or you can go and approach some of your friends who can share their understanding with you. Our friend is scoring higher. What is this boy thinking? Let me learn from my friend because his so-and-so friend is good in maths. Let me go and learn and not compare. So you can be motivated without jealousy. Then mind is your friend. You made some mistake in your presentation. You don't have to feel bogged down. You can think that next time I will do better. I will avoid this mistake next time. Or you feel peer pressure. Some friend is calling you to some adult movie. You don't want to go. It's going to degrade your consciousness. So you can say, no, my life is more valuable. You have the guts to say no to things which are not good. Somebody is saying, try this drug, or try this smoke, try doing this vaping or something. So you can say no to it because you don't want to put substances into your body which will ruin your body and mind, isn't it? Then you have character and self-respect. So in all these cases, mind is a good friend, the coach. Mind is actually very favorable for you. Look at the students, this boy is bright because he is having his mind in his control. Look here, tomorrow is an exam. How can mind be an enemy? I'll study later, let me see one more reel, one more game. Then by not studying, tomorrow morning you feel stress and low marks, correct? No? Similarly, if the chapter is tough, one thinks, oh, I am useless, I can't understand it. Or some friend is scoring higher, one makes an unhealthy comparison. Oh, I hate that fellow. We both are from the, same part of the city, and what if my mom comes to know he got better marks than me? One hates the friends. Or one feels I am good for nothing. Unhealthy comparison. Jealousy, inferiority and all. Or when one makes a mistake in presentation, one gets too much of stress. Oh, people will laugh at me. Now I can't show my face to my friends. Like that. Or peer pressure. Okay, I have to flow with the wind. Everybody is smoking, so I will also smoke. Otherwise, I will be unpopular. Then they flow. So in this way, the mind can become a worst enemy. See, look at this girl, she is putting a book on her face and going to sleep. So, in this way, mind can become our enemy. Can be a friend. If mind is controlled, it can be your best friend. Mind is not controlled, it can be our greatest enemy. Yeah. Like you will see, a knife is knife good or bad? What do you think?
Depending upon the use.
You put it in the hands of a surgeon, it is good. Hands of a thief, bad. So, in the same manner, mind also, if it is controlled, it is good. If it is not controlled, it can be greatly troublesome. Sometimes you have good news, good marks. Other times you have bad news. Sometimes you are healthy, sometimes unhealthy, you see. Sometimes you got A grade, sometimes you got F grade, you see. Sometimes business is skyrocketing, other times nose diving. Sometimes you are respected, other places you are insulted sometimes. So these type of situations happens to all of us in this world. Sometimes life is very calm, other times there's a storm, isn't it? So we all would like life to be like this, isn't it? Is it always like this? No. So there are different type of storms. At every age there is a different type of storm. Like here you see, if you are an academic student, in school days, college days, this is a worry. Your marks are the worry. Later, when you become entrepreneur, then business is the worry. I should be able to make money. See, COVID came and there was some, losses for some companies. At any stage of life, we have some tension. So, what do we do? How do we deal? See, here look at these elephants. They are mad elephants, untrained elephants. They are toppling the whole car, you see. On the other hand, see the trained elephant is drawing an elephant, see. There is another trained elephant who is giving blessings, see. So you want your mind to be like an untrained elephant or a trained elephant? Trained elephant, yeah. Mind is pramati, like an elephant, but it can be trained. Please read, one of you read it, yeah.
If you master your mind, you can master everything. If not, the mind will master you.
You see, once a man went to a monk and said, "Sir, I have a lot of work to do, but I am looking for some help from you. Can you give somebody some jinn?" You know what is a jinn? Jinn means a kind of, like Aladdin would rub the lamp and you would get a jinn. So he said, "If you can give me a jinn who can do this mountainous amount of work, I'll be grateful." So the monk said, "I have a jinn, the only problem is, you can give him whatever task you wish, you give him. But if you keep him idle, he will eat you up." So the man said, "I have so much of work, I will keep all my life busy." So he took the jinn with him. So he told him, "Go there and plough this 1,000 acres. And the jinn plowed it for a couple of days and came back and said, "Sir, done now." So quickly, "Okay, now do the plantation." He did another one day and then he said, "That's also done." Then he told him to build some big bungalows. That he finished in a couple of days and came back and said, "Done." So within a week, all his work got done. So, now the jinn said, what about the next work? Are you going to give me or not? I am going to swallow you now. So he got frightened. He ran to the monk and the jinn chased behind him. So the monk told, I told you, never keep him idle. You kept him idle, so you are in danger now. And he asked the monk, is there a solution for this? He said, very simple. He said, put a ladder, tell him to go up, come down. Again go up, come down. You tell this jinn, keep on doing this indefinitely. Only whenever I need you, I'll call you. So the man said, I never got this idea. It's very wonderful, he said. So, the monk, what idea the monk that gave him the ladder, what is that ladder? That is the Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Isn't it? So, idle man's mind is a devil's workshop. So that lesson is that. Now let us learn about this. See, the yellow one is the real you. And you have got a mind and you have a body. Your mind is like a microprocessor. And body is like a servo motor. So in the microprocessor you write the programs. And the body has linear rotary movements. Like for example, see, mind stores desires and body executes desires. So you have a desire to play piano. Where is that stored? The desire is stored in the mind. Maybe after you get some money, you will go to the market and purchase a piano. Then you will use your body to execute the desire. So mind is for storing desire. So in the mind there are a lot of desires. Now the yellow one I have shown you, the soul. Every one of you sitting here, you are potentially you are divine. There is no blemish in you. You are all pure. But covering the soul is a mind. And that mind I have shown in red. Why? Because this man looks like a gentleman. Sometimes becomes like this. Isn't it? So the mind has impurities. And due to that impurities in the mind, the soul's behavior, the soul, the soul is divine, but because the mind, for example, if I have this bulb, if I put red color paper, what will happen? Light will be coming out as red. If I put yellow, it comes out yellow. If I put black, it comes out black, isn't it? So the soul is shining, soul is divine, but surrounding it is the mind. In the mind there are impurities. Those impurities cause erratic behavior in our life also. Like I have given the name, we say acquired qualities. Innate qualities are pure, but acquired qualities means like a rainwater, See, the water is pure in the sky, but when it touches the ground, it becomes muddy. Like that, our soul is pure, but when it comes to the world, it's surrounded by the mind. You are not bad, but your mind can be bad. Just like, for example, if somebody came inside this hall with the stinking socks, for example. Of course, nobody's sock is stinking, don't worry. I'm just giving an example. Isn't it? Then everybody will be plugging the nose. They will be asking, who is stinking? Nobody is thinking. What is thinking? Socks is thinking. Similarly, all the Atmas are good, but their mind is carrying some impurity. But the good news for everybody is if your mind is like your socks, but the socks is washable. So this only mind also can be cleansed. For washing the socks, you may use some surf or some soap powder you will use. For cleaning the mind, which is Mahamantra. Man means mind, tra means freedom. So mantra, manastrayate iti mantra. That which gives freedom to the mind is called mantra. So, just like a parrot kept in a cage, or carrot, like if you, instead of keeping in a cage, you leave a parrot to fly in the free sky, which will make the parrot happy? Sky, isn't it? Similarly, right now our mind is controlled by some impurities. Prabhupada says in one of the lectures, there are 3 impurities. He says to catch, to loot, to beat. 3 impurities. So what is the catch impurity? That is lust. Lust means we want to catch things which are prohibited, which are not. Ravana wanted to catch Sita and take her away by kidnapping her. Similarly, children want to catch M&M, the cocoa chocolate, more and more. So we want to catch things which are not good. See, if there is a junk food and salads, most people will go for which one? Junk food, correct? No? We catch things which are not good for us. That is lust. And when you become angry on somebody, then somebody will raise the hand. One wants to beat, isn't it? And one becomes, like I told you, third one, loot. When does a person loot? One becomes greedy. So I'll give you one example for this, you can easily remember. Last I told you the example of Ravana. And to loot, example of Duryodhana. He looted whose property? Pandava's property. And Hiranyakashipu wanted to beat whom? Prahlad. So remember this, catch, loot and beat. Now these are big asuras. We are not so big like them. But we have the same tendencies in some small proportion. That is the impurity. The stinking socks I told you, now we can remember. What is thinking in our mind? These three tendencies. Beat, to loot, to beat. And so it's called lust, anger and greed. And they have many corollaries from them. Like here you see, does the smartphone serve your purpose of education or it swallows your time? Correct, huh? Yeah. Like see, this is a smart girl. She's saying no to smartphone. Huh? But that fellow has how many phones? 3 phones. Maybe he will need one more for the other ear also. Isn't it? He has become a helpless victim now with more and more phones. You see, children, they like to play all day, isn't it? But mom likes to see me study all day, isn't it? So, one is fun and the other one is duty. So, children like fun or duty? Yeah, isn't it? But what will happen if child is doing this all day? He's going to fail in the examination. Correct, no? He won't be able to grow in life, he will just play all day. Similarly here you see, lost in smartphone last night. See, he has 3, you see. Then falling asleep in classroom, see. See this boy, the teacher is coming and waking him up, and after getting up, he is also clapping hands. All friends are laughing. You saw this? And all other friends are laughing, you see. Because he was awake whole night. So, eating for taste versus eating for health. So, on this side I have shown you the instinctive pushings of the mind. On the other side I have shown you, if you have reasoning power with your intelligence, you will choose the right thing. See, entertainment TV makes me cool, he says. When exams come, I realize I am fool. Isn't it? Because number of books are piling up, you see. He hasn't studied anything. Isn't it? So how many of you experience, sometimes we become careless on like this side. How many of you experience? You have experience? Yeah. And that is why we don't have balance. So we are talking about balance. Why the balance is not coming is because of this. If we are like the right side, balance is very easy. So in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Yato nishchalati manaschanchalamasstiram tatastato niyam yaitat atmanigeva vasham nayet, he says. Yato nishchalati, chalati means to go away. As the mind wanders away, tatastato niyam yaitat. You make discipline of the mind and pull it back, he says. Atmanigeva vasham nayet, and focus it on your goal, he says. Just like, is anybody having a small baby here? Anybody? There is one small boy. Of course, he's a little grown up. If you have a small baby, maybe 1 year or 2 years, sometimes the child, jumps off from mother's lap and crawls away. You have seen that? They crawl away. Then mother goes and picks up and keeps back. Prabhupada says the mind is also like that. Mind goes away, pull it back and say, not there, here. Come here. Like that one has to bring the mind back. See here? Snooze alarm, sleep in bed warm. Very favorite pastime of everybody in this world, right? And see here, my college is on and today's attendance is gone. We need somebody to wake us up like this. You have anybody to wake you up like this?
Yes.
Isn't it? So, you have to get up. Somebody has to wake us up. See, when you make an alarm clock, you should keep it on the top of the fridge or something, so you can't easily get it. See, sleeping all day on sofa and catching extra sleep. Look at this fellow. But I go early to bed and early. See how she is getting up, jumping from the bed, see? If you want to get up like this, you have to sleep early. Right now? See, she's saying gossiping is fun for me, but my friend is wild on me. This is something that wastes a lot of our time. Correct? See, listen more, talk less, save time, get good rest. So, God has given us how many ears? How many mouths? That should teach us something. Isn't it? Not only that, ear has only one function, mouth has two functions. Ear only hears, whereas mouth can be open, mouth can be closed. That means God also wants us to close sometimes. Correct now? Listen more and close the mouth. You see? Follow repeat. Chanchalam himana Krishna Samati balavad dridham Tasyaham nigraham manye Vayoriva sudushkaram. One of the youths can read that translation, please.
Chanchalam hi mana Krishna
Chanchalam hi mana Krishna Paramati balavadridham Tasyaham nigraham manye Vayoriva sudushkaram. Yes, translation please.
The mind is restless, turbulent, obstinate, and very strong. O Krishna, and to subdue it, I think, is more difficult than controlling the wind.
So, now we were talking about how mind is impure and it can be purified, but a powerful person like Arjuna is saying, mind is restless, it is turbulent, very difficult to control. He's saying, let me find out who can tell me. There is a very important difference between these two. One is a candle, one is a hurricane lamp. Both are giving light. But what is the essential difference between the two? Yeah, yes. One is covered, this is not covered. So by that what happens? What can happen?
Gets protection.
Youth should say that. This part is for youth. When I ask questions, startups you can answer. Because then only they will think. We want them to think and exercise their brain. So, one is not covered, one is covered. What is likely to happen to the candle? It can be blown off by the wind. It can be blown off. Whereas hurricane lamp? No. That means when distractions come from all directions towards you, say some friends are pulling you for a movie, or your smartphone is inviting you for scrolling, Instagram, or you eat. You know that when you eat junk food, you get very dull and tired. Our Chaitanya used to say, one article he wrote, he said, when you eat waste, it shows up in the waste. Like that he said. He plays with the words, isn't it? Yeah. So, in this way, when your waste is, you get a tire here, then what happens? You feel very drowsy. You become lazy, correct? So, when you are a young boy or young girl, you find that in a school or a college, a lot of distractions are on. Those distractions are like the wind. So, if you are not protected, it will be just blown up. You get carried away. Whereas here is the protection. So how do we get that protection and become steady? We will learn that. Change conditioning by changing scripts. We will see how to do that. We will see that. See, unsteady mind leads to bad habits that affect your career also eventually. Like you see, this fellow has no control over eating. How he can be fit to do work? Look at this fellow. He never comes to work fresh. What use is he to us? Companies think like that. Everybody has to go for a 15-minute break for smoke break. He is always unwell. He is on medicine always. He gets into unnecessary affairs and can't be professional. He has a broken marriage and he is always drunk. He is a spoiled brat. He quarrels with everybody. Any phone call comes, he will always quarrel. Famous for quarreling. He has psychological issues. So companies are thinking, should I recruit these fellows or look for someone with good habits? So which means all of you sitting here, devotees, children, one big plus point you all have, I feel, is you come from a home where these type of habits are nullified and good habits are taught to you right from young age. That's a very big blessing for you. It comes very naturally for you. Of course, if you don't want to live a good life and then take to any of this, that is your choice. But you have an opportunity to give up all these kind of habits. And then you also have a bright scope for your career also. See what he says.
Why does discipline equal freedom? Because the more discipline you have in your life, the more freedom you will end up with. So if you lack the discipline to exercise and eat healthy, you will end up being a slave to disease. If you lack the discipline to work hard, save your money, you will end up a slave to finances. If you lack the discipline to manage your time correctly, you will end up with no free time. If you have self-discipline, if you have the discipline to save your money and work hard and invest your money properly, if you have the discipline to manage your time correctly and not waste a bunch of time, if you have the discipline to exercise and eat healthy, you will end up with freedom. And I know it's a counterintuitive, it's contrarian, but I've seen this over and over and over again. If you want freedom in your life, you have to have discipline.
If you want freedom in life, what do you need? 3 things he said: time, food, and exercise. He says if you don't waste time, you have the discipline you should spend time like gold coins. Every minute should be measured. Like I have my 2026 calendar ready. My whole year is already planned and put online also. If you go to my website, you will find 2026 RSP, you will find it. So every moment we have to measure and spend like gold coins. Similarly, if you exercise daily, you keep your body slim and healthy, and you can briskly do a lot of work. You can get up in the morning, you can dance in Mangalarti, you can chant, you can do your time for everything, and everything done on time, punctually. Similarly, food also, what quality of food you eat. One should eat healthy prasad. So, why discipline is required? Because wherever you find discipline, something good comes out. Like see a gas cylinder, it has a regulator, you've seen that? It has a discipline. Go to a garden which is neatly trimmed. Trimmed garden looks nice, or without trimming garden looks nice. Trimmed garden, isn't it? If you want to send a kite up in the sky, do you cut it and throw it away, or you control it with a spool? You control it, isn't it? That means just a discipline. You release it little by little, you don't just throw it away. If you cut it and leave it, it will go and get stuck in a tree somewhere. Similarly, when there is a traffic control, if there is no traffic control, what is likely to happen? 2 things can happen. Yes? Accident or a jam. Traffic jam can happen. That means there is regulation also there also. So tell me where there is no regulation. Imagine you join a college. 4 years engineering you study, there is no test. They say that no test, no exam, make sure you study all the books. Do you think you will study? Nobody will study. Therefore there is regulation of the test and everything. So, see here, observe this very carefully. So, look at this guy. He wants easy going. He wants the life to be easy going. So he slides down. But now he is not able to climb up later. Similarly, at the beginning of the year, do you think students study? Do they study hard? They want this life or they want that life? Which one? This one. But then later on study becomes difficult. But if you study in the beginning, later on you see, it becomes very easy. So, for example, you have a 3 months vacation, sometimes you get, correct now? You start studying at that time, you buy the books. When you go to the school, see the teacher is teaching, you can understand very easily. Otherwise, you will see that most students will not do that. This I told you. See, study requires focus. See the students, how they are attentive. It requires concentration, focus. Like you see, how to be less distracted and be more focused. This is the situation of most people nowadays. Needless to explain about this. You know what it is. So, if we are going to be distracted by scrolling or binge watching or Netflix, all these things, you are training to become distracted. You are becoming an expert in becoming distracted. Do you want to be like that? Or you want to gain laser sharp focus in whatever you do. If you want focus, then this has to be reduced. If you don't consciously reduce it, you are going to be dragged over a period of time. Like you see, if you have to pour oil from one vessel to another, it requires attention, isn't it? Otherwise it will go outside. Or I don't know whether you've seen welding anytime. Welding requires this, just like 1 millimeter gap. If you bring it more closer, it will stick. If you go a little away, it will not weld, isn't it? It requires concentration. And continuously, they do it. We have done it as mechanical engineer, I have done it myself. So it requires a lot of concentration. So only who is this? Arjuna, He had a concentration. He could see the eye of the wooden bird and hit it exactly. Like we have shown the example of a magnifying glass, you see. See, if you keep this paper under the hot sun on a very, very hot sunny day, will the paper burn? No. Sun cannot burn the paper directly. But if you take a magnifying glass and focus at the focal point, then it burns. So how is it sun is not able to burn a paper, but magnifying glass is able to burn? What difference is it? Anybody? Yeah? Focus. It takes all the diffused rays and puts it all at one point. That's why. Let us take an example. What's your good name? Saket. So, Saket is now, let us say, Saket is driving a car along with 4 friends. And they have to go to a place, but they don't have a GPS. So one of his friends says, hey, go straight for 5 miles, we will get the destination. Another friend says, no, we have to go 5 miles backside. Another fellow says, we have to go 5 miles this side. Another fellow says this side. All 4 of them say 4 sides. Now what will happen to Saket's car now? Where it will reach? Will it reach there? No. Where it will reach there? Where? Nowhere. Because he will not be able to budge an inch because 4 of them are giving 4 different directions. Now if all 4 of them agree that the place he has to go is 5 miles from here in this direction, so all the 4 of them, their opinions are aligned, then he will reach the destination. So this is the point. When we have diffused rays of the mind is worrying about the past worries, mind is fearing about the future, and the mind is absorbed, in varieties of thoughts, then it's like diffused. You won't be able to focus. Like for example, therefore we say one thing at a time. You know what it is? Study while you study, sleep while you sleep, play while you play, eat while you eat. Don't mix things. Generally what people do when they lie down in the bed, they think, oh, today I wasted so much time. I couldn't study well, they think. And when they are studying, they think, oh, yesterday night's sleep was not good. When they are doing one activity, they worry about another activity. But actually when mind is focused, you will be able to focus your whole attention on one activity. So here I have written some challenges that youth face. One is a peer pressure. See, what this boy is thinking, wrong attitude is, I need to do what my friends are doing, even if it doesn't interest me. Why? Because they are my peers. The right attitude is, I will focus on my own God-gifted skills and I don't have to imitate others. I will follow my swadharma. It protects you from poison of envy. Otherwise what happens? Oh, that friend became popular by putting something in the internet. I also have to match him or I have to get better than him. So, that peer pressure is very strong in teenage. Like, one boy was playing a guitar and sang very beautifully. And somebody else took it and put it in the net and he got a million views. Another boy exactly played the same thing. And he tried to promote it. He didn't get more than 2,000 views. And he wanted to spend a lot of money to boost reels. He tried his best. He couldn't go beyond 5,000. He got very depressed and he also got envious of his friend also. They both were best of friends. They became worst of enemies. Why? Because, see, the first boy was carrying some fame potency from the previous life. He has done something in the past life. Due to the punya, now he is very easily famous, effortlessly. And the other boy doesn't have that punya, so he is not able to become famous, so he gets frustrated. You will see that every one of you sitting here, you will not have the same type of talent. You will have different talent. Like somebody can sing nicely, somebody can speak nicely, somebody can cook nicely. Somebody can dress the deities beautifully. Everybody has different ability. Just like, what can a cuckoo do? Cuckoo? You don't know what cuckoo does? They sing very sweetly. Coo-oo. What can a peacock do nicely? Nicely. What can a cow do? Cow can give milk. What can a bull do? Can till the land. What can a horse do? That can run fast. What can a dog do? Can protect the house. So that means everybody is given different ability. Now, if, for example, you keep tree climbing, monkey will get A grade. If you bring a rabbit and say, climb the tree, he will get a brain hemorrhage. He will fall upside down. Correct? And if you ask a fish to do tree climbing, he will get F grade. But if you give a swimming competition, who will come first? Yeah. And if you tell a monkey to swim, he will get F grade. So everybody cannot do. There is only one person who can do everything. Who is it? No. Now you understand. Huh? Therefore, we are not Krishna, so you don't have to be like others. You are what you are. You be what you are. Once you know this, you can be so peaceful. Like one of your friends may be good in maths. You may be good in physics. Somebody is good in English. Right now. So everybody cannot be good in all the subjects. So you don't have to be like others. Don't get bogged down by peer pressure. See, another challenge here, distractions and temptations. This fellow is saying, I will just watch one episode and 5 hours later, I wasted the whole day. Correct, no? See, look at this fellow, he is clouded by, and look at this fellow, he is very focused. Correct, no? This is a wrong attitude, right attitude. Abhyasa and Vairagya. What is Abhyasa? Abhyasa means, now I am going to show you now. See, what to pick, what to drop. What to feed, what to fence. One should know the difference. For example, if you have a plant, you want to grow a mango tree, you have to water the mango tree, right? You have to put some gobar, some kind of manure you have to put. You have to give sunlight. These are all things you feed, correct? And how do you fence it? You put some insecticide, pesticide to avoid unwanted things. You also put a fence around it so goats will not eat it. So any good activity you want to do, you have to do feeding and fencing. That is Abhyasa and Vairagya. For example, you go to college, what are the things you have to feed? As a student, only one you can say, one answer. What things you feed to your system? Yes? As a student. What do you say? What do you say? Good sleep, yeah. Of course, you sleep not in the school, but at home. You should have a good night's sleep, okay, that's one thing. What else? What is that? Eat well. Okay, be healthy, okay, what else? Study well, okay. Any other point? As a student, what all things you give to your own system to become a good student? Read the books well, okay, and then what else? Review the notebook when you come back home, isn't it? Or make friendship with those who are smart in the subject and you can learn from them. Correct? These are all things you feed. So what are the things you fence from? You fence yourself. What are the things you do? Who hasn't answered? Any of the children haven't answered? Any?
TV shows.
Yeah?
TV shows.
TV shows. You have to have control on that. If you're going to be sitting and watching TV 6 hours a day, study will go for a toss. Correct? No? What else? Bad association, very important point. Very good. If you don't avoid bad association, that will ruin us. I will be coming to that point very soon. Very good. What else? You have to fence yourself from. Yeah? Social media, which is number one item now. Which is just swallowing the time of so many kids now. Yeah. Anybody else? Anything else you have to fence from? So now you all are understanding. Abhyasa and Vairagya. See, my mind can be my best friend or my worst enemy. I will regulate my mind and senses through practice and discipline, scheduling time for both focused study and Bhakti Yoga. See here is another challenge, facing obstacles and failure. I failed in the test, I am not smart enough to be here. Why do always bad things happen to me? So sometimes, one goes to your room and switches off all the lights and lying in the bed for 20 hours, 14 hours, or eating sleeping pills, one is unable to forget the failure, and one is suffering like anything. Hopelessness, despair. This is how Arjuna was at the beginning. See, what is the right attitude? I am not this temporary failure. I am eternal soul Atma, which cannot be cut, burned, or defeated. This obstacle is just an opportunity for me to grow. Right? Failures can be stepping stone to success, isn't it? So in this way, one understands, if you know that you are not the body or the soul, and these are all passing phases in life. See, you may get good marks, another time you may get bad marks. Sometimes you succeed, sometimes your friend succeeds. Sometimes you got first rank, sometimes somebody else gets first rank. So, take it easy, take life like a game and go on. See, another one, this is the most important one, the external validation. I feel proud when my photo gets many likes. I feel worthless when I am ignored. So, in this way, one feels like a fragile puppet in the hands of other people in the world. Correct now? See, what is the right attitude? I will strive for excellence as an offering. You see? If somebody gives me feedback, I will take good lesson. For example, should you study for understanding the subject or study for just getting marks? Understanding, correct? No, but most students study for what? Marks. And that is what causes that validation point. What will my friends think? What will others say about me? You also need marks. I don't say you don't need marks, but you need understanding also. See, parental and societal experience, this boy is saying, oh, my parents just want to brag about my rank and salary. This pressure is suffocating me. He is hating the parents. He is secretly feeling rebellion towards parents and always feeling that I am useless, things like that. But what is the right method of thinking? I understand that the parents' expectation is a sign of their love and concern for me, isn't it? And also, although they may not express it perfectly, my main dharma is to do my work and do it with excellence. Whatever best I can. So what did Krishna say? Do your best and do your best and let Krishna do the rest. So I will tell the first part, you will tell the second part, okay? Do your best and to the reality, how? Like I sow the seed, Krishna gives rains. I give the test, the teacher gives marks. I appear in the interview, the panel will choose me for the job, correct now? How much is our part? Only half the part. Half is our part. Other half is not in our hands. Are you the paper setter?
No.
Are you the paper corrector?
No.
Are you the marks awarder? Then why worry about it? Anyway, you are not doing it. No need to worry about it. Are you the preparer for the exam?
Yes.
Are you the writer of the exam? Are you responsible to understand the subject? So focus on that. That's what Krishna says. Karmanyeva adhikaraste. Yeah. See, I will do my best. Let Krishna do the rest. See, this fellow is chasing. He is in a lot of tension. He is feeling light like a feather, because he is able to take help of Krishna, you see. See, is he in control of the chariot? The driver has no strength, he is a thin fellow. So, please read it, one of you, read it. When?
With the mind and intelligence tug of war by wisdom or reason.
Yeah. See, the Kathopanishad example is given. Our five senses, eyes, ears, tongue, nose and skin is compared to 5 horses. Mind is compared to the ropes. Intelligence to the driver. And the soul is the passenger. So, if intelligence driver is stout and strong, then he will pull the ropes and he will control the horses. So, this intelligence is not your IQ. This intelligence is called Viveka Buddhi. How do you get the Viveka Buddhi? Anybody knows? Where do you get that intelligence from? How do you make the driver strong? Anybody has a solution?
Proper knowledge.
Yeah. Proper knowledge, how do you get it? Scriptures, like Bhagavad Gita. When you study the scriptures, it teaches you what is right, what is wrong, what to do, what not to do, what is beneficial, what is harmful, what to pick, what to drop, what to feed, what to fence. You learn everything. So once you make your intelligence strong by scriptural knowledge on a regular basis, every day make it a practice. Just read 1 page of Gita a day, 5 minutes. How many of you think God gave you 24 hours? 5 minutes is not a big deal. How many of you feel? Correct? Just 1 page a day. And what will happen to you? Small drops of water make an ocean. Over a period of time you will finish it. Correct? So, please repeat this word. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Asamchayam Mahabaho Manodurnigraham Chalam Abhyasena tu Kaunteya Vairagyena cha Grihyate. Who can read the translation, please? One of you.
Lord Sri Krishna said, O mighty armed son of Kundi, it is undoubtedly very difficult to purge the restless mind, but it is possible by suitable practice and by detachment.
And what is the suitable practice? Prabhupada writes in the purport. Can you read this purport also?
What is that practice? By the practice of Krishna consciousness, however, one engages in 9 types of devotional service to the Lord.
Who knows the 9 types of devotional service? Any of the youths? Shravana? Sound like all of you, what you are doing is now, that is Shravana. And what I am doing is Kirtanam. And third is Vishnu Smaranam. And fourth, Vasavanam. Fifth, and then next one, Andanam, then Rasyam, Sakyam, Atmanived. Correct, no? So it's called 9. Go ahead.
The first and foremost of such devotional engagements is hearing about Krishna. This is a very powerful transcendental method for purging the mind of all mistakes.
So, Prabhupada is saying that when you hear from the scriptures like Gita and Bhagavatam about Krishna and from Krishna, when you keep hearing, all that you need to know in this world and beyond this world, you will learn from the scriptures. And that is practice, he says. That means only one thing, just hearing regularly. Either hear or read. And what is detachment?
By detaching the mind from activities not devoted to the Lord, one can very easily learn Vairagya. Vairagya means detachment from matter and engagement of the mind and spirit. Impersonal spiritual detachment is more difficult than attaching the mind to activities of Krishna.
Yeah, actually, you will see there are many organizations like Buddhist organizations or Vipassana meditation or impersonalists or Jains. They try to give up the things of the world. They go from negative access to 0-0. Whereas in ISKCON, we talk about going from 0-0 to positive access. Like for example, you have seen the 3 monkeys, don't see bad, don't hear bad, don't speak bad. Instead of that, what we say, okay, don't see bad, but see the beautiful form of Radha Krishna. With the ears, hear Krishna Katha. With the mouth, take prasad and speak about Krishna or sing kirtans. So that is positive. In this way, our detachment is very smooth and very easy. Yeah. Like here you see, the 5 austerities Krishna gives for controlling the mind. Beginning with satisfaction, simplicity, silence, and self-control and sanctification of one's existence. So you can, the purport of this is a very special purport Prabhupada gives. These 5 things, if you do, mind easily comes under control. See, Prabhupada writes here. Oh, sorry, I think it was. See, Prabhupada says here. Okay. You can read this, yeah? Please read it loudly, one of you.
To make the mind austere is to detach it from sense gratification. It should be so trained that it can be always thinking of doing good for others.
Yeah. So mind can act in 2 ways. Either think of doing good for others or think about your own sense gratification. Say for example, you went to Sridhar Mayapur and you got a big round cake. You can come and keep it in a locker every day, eat little yourself. For 1 week you can eat. Or you bring the cake, call all your friends and share it with them. Which is better? Correct, no? If you do that, then you become controlled in the mind and become more cheerful. But if I am greedy, hope nobody sees that I brought the cake, I keep it inside, I only eat it. I am selfish. Correct, no? I am selfish, and also by overeating, I may get a problem in the belly. Correct, no? So that's what he is saying. Always think of doing good for others and detach it from sense gratification. Like, one boy got a dozen mangoes and somebody gave him. Instead of giving it to a dozen friends, he ate every day one mango, and after 4 days he started getting severe heat in the belly. Correct, no? So if you do sense gratification, we suffer. And instead, always think of doing good for others. And read further.
Satisfaction of the mind can be obtained only by taking the mind away from thought of sense enjoyment. The more we think of sense enjoyment, the more the mind becomes dissatisfied.
Yeah. See, he says, generally we go for sense enjoyment thinking that mind will be satisfied and happy. But the more we go for sense enjoyment, the mind becomes dissatisfied, he says. Like, for example, the more you watch TV, you realize that I have not studied properly. I lost all my time for studies. You will see that. The most amazing thing in this world is, many things which are initially pleasurable, they later on give you pain. Correct, no? So, I was giving the example of junk food. Whether it is junk food, whether it is scrolling, whether it is TV, whether it is playing, whether it is... To be irresponsible is most joyful in the beginning. Like I showed you multiple slides on that. But that initial fun will fade away. If one, on the contrary, becomes responsible, then in the long run one will be successful. Go ahead.
In the present age, we unnecessarily engage the mind in many different ways for sense gratification, and so there is no possibility of the minds becoming satisfied. The best course is to divert the mind to the Vedic literature, which is full of satisfying stories, as in the Puranas and in the Mahabharata.
Read further.
The mind should be devoid of duplicity, and one should think of the welfare for all.
Yeah. So, Manaprasada is satisfaction, till now we read. Second is Saumyatva, means simplicity. Opposite of simplicity is duplicity. Duplicity means cunning. Look at this fellow with the long nose. Isn't it? So, one should think of welfare of all. One should not try to trouble others. Like Duryodhana always hatched plots to trouble Pandavas. So, that is duplicity. Further?
Silence means that one is always thinking of self-realization. The person in Krishna consciousness observes perfect silence in this sense.
Yeah. Pythagoras said, speak fitly or be silent, he said. If you can speak something that can benefit us and others, we can speak. Otherwise, one should not gossip, one should not do rumor mongering, one should not speak harsh words, one should not speak blasphemous words, and one should not yell at anybody, and one should not speak lies. So, mouth should not be used for such things. On the contrary, one should praise the Lord, one should appreciate the devotees, one should chant the holy name, one should glorify the Lord through the scriptures, one can sing Vaishnava songs, one can recite shlokas. So, the mouth should be used positively. Yeah. So, that is the perfect silence. One man came and told my spiritual master, Maharaj, if we are saintly people, we should be silent. He said, Maharaj said, the best way to be silent is to glorify the golden avatar, he said. Lord Chaitanya. So, the man said, Maharaj, silence is golden. He said, Maharaj said, silence is not golden, silence is to glorify golden avatar. Like that he said. Lord Chaitanya. Read the next one.
Self-control of the mind means detaching the mind from sense enjoyments.
Yeah. Like that he says. Like you can see in this picture, there are fellows who are attachment, pride, false prestige, anger, ignorance, and we all are bringing them down. Whereas somebody follows the order of the Guru and then they are going up, austerity, sense control, like their one goes up. So now for the youths, I am going to give you 5 very powerful tools. Yeah, if these 5 tools, if you apply, you will have a radical change in your lifestyle. So each of this I have explained in one slide, each of this. I am going to share with you now. See, read this. When the mental pushings come, impulse comes, what you should do? 10-second rule. Read that. It means?
It means, when you feel a sudden urge to check your phone, open social media, watch reels, eat junk, or do anything impulsively,
What you should do?
Pause for 10 seconds before acting. In those 10 seconds, ask yourself, is this helping my goals or hurting them? Is this the best use of my time right now?
Correct. So your goal is to become a good student, to become a good devotee. Is it helping? Or is it the best use of time? The answer is no. Both are no, correct? No? Because this pushing simply cheat you. So you can ask this question. Why it works?
Impulses are emotional, not logical. By pausing 10 seconds, the emotional impulse weakens. The logical brain, prefrontal cortex, activates. Your self-control increases. Even 10 seconds of delay builds discipline, focus, and better decisions.
Yeah. So this is called as ABCD formula. ABCD is what? A pause. 10 seconds pause. And B is take a long breath. Because when you take a long breath, mind becomes calm. And C is chant and pray to Krishna that please give me the sadbuddhi, good buddhi, to act properly. And D is then decide what to do further. See, look at this girl, she is attentive, she is thinking, should I scroll or should I study? Now she is going to study now because she won't scroll. Because once you think, thinking people will be saved. Those who don't think, blindly be driven by impulse, they will suffer. Okay, second one, read that.
Time boxing, meaning, instead of studying or working whenever you feel like it, you assign fixed, non-negotiable time slots every day, just like a college timetable or office student. How it works. You decide what you will do, when you will do it, for how long. And during that time box, no multitasking, no scrolling, and no postponing.
See, here is the example. Without time boxing, what a student will say? I will study today. It's a very general thing. It will never happen. See the right side with time boxing. I'll study between.
7 and 9.
That's non-negotiable. See here, this boy, what is saying? I will.
Whenever it's possible.
Will it happen? And what that is time boxing means?
6 to 7:30 a.m.
Correct. So I also do this. This kind of time boxing I do. I will show you just one example. I will show you. See, this is my calendar. I have done time boxing for the whole year. See? Like all are marked and kept. The major headings are already marked. As the days draw closer, then more details will come like this, you see. So this is blocked because I have come to US now in January. So this kind of time boxing is very helpful. You got an idea of time boxing, right? Why is it powerful?
Why is it powerful? The mind becomes predictable instead of impulsive. Decisions reduce and discipline increases.
Correct, no? You don't have to worry about decisions. You marked it and you stick to it. And this is a very important one. Environment design. See, read that environment design.
Environment design, remove temptations, refers to a self-discipline strategy.
All of you are understanding this? Okay, yeah.
Refers to a self-discipline strategy that makes good habits easier and bad habits harder. Meaning, don't depend on willpower, depend on environment, so distractions don't appear in the first place. Why it works. You can't lose to a temptation that isn't in front of you. Environment influences behavior more than motivation.
So I'm showing you. See here, look at this environment. You're able to see, is it big enough? See, this is a poor environment, this is designed environment. Correct, no? Because this boy is keeping the phone with the books, he's going to be distracted. Whereas here the boy is having a clean table, you see. See this one. Like this girl, she sat with the laptop probably to study, but she's watching movie now. And here you see how is the environment, designed environment. Look at this, the poor environment, junk food. See, if you keep junk food on the table, you will definitely end up eating it. But if you keep like this, lemon juice and fruits, that means what you should do, what is good for you, make it easy to approach. And what is difficult for you, what is not good for you, make it difficult to get. That is designing the environment. That's the meaning of that. Got it, no? Yeah. See, that's what you read this one.
Goal: make the right choice the easy choice, and the wrong choice the difficult choice.
Correct, no? That's the meaning of designing your table. Correct, no? This is the environment design and remove the temptations. Correct, no? Yeah. Like what I do when I want to hear some lectures, I have one folder. I'll put 10-20 lectures there and keep it. And one by one you hear it and then delete them all and then put 20 more. Instead of keep saying that in my mobile, then I have 1,000 lectures. You will never hear it. When you make it approachable, then it is very good. Similarly, you want to read Prabhupada's book daily. What is the best thing to do? Keep it on the table. In front of you. Morning, as soon as you get up and sit on the table, that will be showing up. Then you will open and read. If you keep it in the cupboard, it will remain in the cupboard safely, as it is. Bhagavad Gita? Yeah. Yeah. And the fourth one, read that.
4. Micro-targets. Pomodoro 25 plus 5. Consistency without burnout refers to a scientifically proven productivity method used to build focus and discipline without exhausting the mind.
See, this boy is getting exhausted. He is very brisk. Why? Very simple thing. After every 25 minutes, take a 5-minute break. So that's called Pomodoro cycle, they call it. Then, for example, I also adopt this when I am working in the computer for hours together. If you do adopt this, 12 hours also can work. After every 25 minutes, take 5-minute break. Stand up, stretch and then watch. Sometimes you can sing a song, you can hear Hare Krishna music also 5 minutes. Like here, you see the table, 7 to 7:25 study, 5 minutes break. Again, another 25 minutes. So, see, don't chase long hours, instead chase Pomodoros. Yeah. They build mastery without stress. You get big results by this. It's very good. Basically, our body stiffness you reduce every 25 minutes, you will be very brisk. That's the point. So I will finish 8 hours of studying today. Instead of say, I will do 3 Pomodoros before lunch and 3 after. Correct now? This is the last one. See that?
5. Accountability partner. Share your commitment with a friend. Meaning, you stay more disciplined when someone else knows your goals and checks on you. Because we don't like disappointing others. We take commitments more seriously when spoken aloud. Friends supports means we're less motivated.
Yeah. See, we don't have to be motivated. If you have a friend support, you will definitely do it because you have to tell your friend. Correct? Now, you don't need to be... So that is why in Pune there is one Mataji who calls another Mataji, third one, fourth one. So 12 of them. Finally the last lady will call this first Mataji in the morning. So between 4 to 4:15 all the 12 people have gotten up. So they all help each other. So if you have accountability partner, it's very helpful. In spiritual life also. Whether it's academics or spiritual life. See, that's how you do it. How you do it? Now choose a boy and choose one partner and then share your exact commitment, daily check-in, weekly review, and encourage each other. Okay? Why this method is powerful? Because laziness reduces, discipline increases, motivation stays longer. Okay? Now you all can, especially for youths I am showing this, take 2 minutes and check which distraction is hurting you the most. Is it social media, or gaming, or oversleeping, or relationships, or negative thoughts? So then you have to work on that, whichever one you feel. Yeah. So here is very simple 3 solutions, takeaway solutions. What is A? Association. At least once in a week you should hear one class at least. Like if any of you want to know about focus, you just put focus Radheshyamdas in my channel. If you put it, you will get the 3-4 lectures on focus. Focus, concentration, like that. So you may begin with Gita. Initially we think Bhagavad Gita is helpful to, take support for my studies. But if you keep reading Gita, later on you will understand Krishna properly. Then when we become purified and advanced, then we will give our heart to Krishna. So begin with at least 1 hour per week, one should hear something. And then Bhagavad Gita as it is by Srila Prabhupada, 1 page a day. And so chanting Hare Krishna 108 times a day at least, 1 round. 1 round a day. See, association that uplifts, looks like Madhava Prabhu, no? Yes. Madhava Prabhu, correct, no? Isn't it? Association that is uplifting and that awards you wisdom, guidance, focus, peace, everything will come. See, these are things we associate with. What kind of books you read? You read Bhagavad Gita, or you are going to read some detective novel. In one detective novel came out, After that, lot of thievery increased in banks and that. Because they found out that the fellows are using the technique from the book. They banned the book later on. So the books influence people. Similarly, what movies you watch. In my school days, my friends watched some ghost movie. And for 5 years they suffered. Whenever they would sleep at night, they would see some skeleton laughing in the window. So, but if you watch Krishna movie, then when you sleep, you get Krishna dreams. Correct, no? So what type of music you hear? Do you hear a 120 decibel rock music, which will completely disturb your biological rhythm? It's like putting a person in a rickshaw and toppling, isn't it? Or you hear some very nice classical soothing music that calms your mind and brings to balance. What kind of friendship you keep? Are they uplifting friends or degrading friends? So, desire and discipline, all these are learned from good association. You develop good desires. See what happens when you associate with devotees? You can see the guiding hand of Krishna in our life. Like you see, Arjuna always felt the presence of Krishna. See, one of you read this side, another one read that side. Okay? Two youths can read. One of you read this side. Good association.
Good association, sadhu sangha. Discussing Bhagavad Gita and spiritual wisdom.
One should read the other side. Another youth. Loudly.
Bad association.
Yeah.
Dushanga. Gossiping and criticizing others.
Encouraging self-discipline and self-improvement.
Encouraging laziness and indulgence.
Reading inspiring books and scriptures.
Watching degrading or distracting content.
Serving others selflessly.
Being selfish and manipulating people.
Practicing honesty and integrity.
Engaging in deceit and immoral activities.
Developing humility and gratitude.
Cultivating pride and arrogance.
Choosing positive, uplifting entertainment.
Or consuming violent, negative, or toxic content.
Seeking wisdom or from enlightened mentors.
Following negative influencers or fake ideals.
Engaging in meditation, yoga, and self-reflection.
Wasting time in distractions and bad habits.
Supporting and uplifting each other.
Dragging others down and promoting negativity.
See, I had made these points because each of it is very, very weighty point. It's worth keeping this table in front of you and meditating on, are you getting good association, are you getting bad association? If any of you is getting anything on the right side, please try to root it out now itself. Because just like a grass can be easily uprooted when it is very small grass, when it becomes like a big bubble tree, you'll have to bring an axe to cut it. It will be very difficult later. Bad habits can be uprooted in the early stage very easily. So, now I told you about good association and bad association. This one, see, how to shift from bad to good. That is also given here. This is very important slide, this one. Please read that. First thing is what?
Recognize the problem.
Yeah.
Acknowledge the negative impact of bad association on your mind, character, and future.
Okay, how many of you are concerned about avoiding bad association? Are you concerned about it? That's the first step, recognizing the problem, correct? And then after you recognize what you should do, second? Yeah.
Limit exposure. Reduce time spent with toxic people, distracting environments, and harmful habits. For example, limiting social media.
Yeah, once you recognize I have a problem, we should, like you say, for example, you while playing games, you got wounded. What is the next thing you will do? You go to doctor, correct now? Immediately you will apply ointment. Similarly, once you recognize the problem, that I am getting some bad association, limit it. And then the third, what do you do?
Seek enlightened mentors. Find inspiring teachers, guides, and spiritually advanced individuals for wisdom and support.
See, the scriptures say that those people who are faithfully following the scriptures, they are carrying God in their heart. It's like going to a holy place. They are called as walking, talking, mobile holy places. Or they are like mobile scriptures. So one should take advantage of the association and then get wisdom and get that support. Go ahead. Yeah.
Engage in spiritual wisdom. Regularly read Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and other uplifting texts to purify the mind.
Yeah. So the third one is the persons and the fourth one is the books. And then?
Choose supportive friends. Surround yourself with positive, disciplined, and virtuous people who inspire growth.
There are 4 types of people we all encounter in our life. Uplifting people, degrading people, neutral people, and people whom we see from a distance and we never connect at all. The fourth person we see people moving in our school or college, but we don't talk to them at all. And the third person, neutral person doesn't benefit you and doesn't harm you, but he wastes your time by gossiping. So that is what, therefore that also we avoid. But out of the two, unfavorable should be very carefully avoided because they degrade us. So what every student can do, in your class you need two types of students. One is those who are very good in academics, one who is very good in spirituality. So you have two people on either side of you, then you are protected. Just like we have Jai Vijay standing in Vaikuntha. And then you keep two people on either side, you are protected. Yeah, and then?
Develop self-discipline. Follow a structured routine with good habits, such as early rising, meditation, journaling, self-service, and etc.
Yeah. So, early to bed and early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy and wise, it is said. So, in this way, start with early to sleep and then rise early and then do the chanting. The ABC, association, Bhagavad Gita, chanting. One page of Gita you read every day. Chant one round a day at least. And then at least once in a week go for some good association. In this way, you can engage in uplifting activities. Okay? And then?
7. Engage in uplifting activities.
Yes.
Join spiritual discussions, community service, and knowledge sharing circles.
Yeah. And then?
8. Practice gratitude and reflection. Regular self-reflection helps maintain a strong mindset and prevents falling back into negativity.
We can be watchful, alert. Then?
9. Control the digital diet. Replace time-wasting content with inspiring lectures, self-improvement books, and meaningful engagements.
Yeah. Actually, one should have a habit of reading books. If one doesn't read the time-wasting content, it swallows so much time. Yeah. You know, there is that little girl called Paridhi, you have heard? There's a little, how old she must be, probably 6 or 7, I think. Thousands of books she has read. And she speaks from Mahabharata, Ramayana, many times they take interview, how beautifully she answers. So once they asked her, how you are answering so expertly? She said, right from the time I was 2.5 or 3, my parents gave me unlimited books. Mahabharata, Ramayana, Bhagavad Gita, she has been reading. Now she's also talking about Krishna a lot. Recently I saw. So you will see that if you are reading valuable books, you are really going to grow in your wisdom. Last one.
Pray for strength. Seek divine guidance and protection from negative influences through regular prayer and devotion.
Yeah. When we regularly pray, we get the inner strength to kick away the unwanted, bad influences from the surroundings. Like a lotus doesn't get affected by the muddy pool of water. It always comes out like that. So reading Bhagavad Gita, 1 page a day, then you get the ability to control, correct? No? Chanting Hare Krishna can cleanse the mind. I told you those 3 viruses, correct? They get cleansed when you chant Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. I'll show you just a 2-minute clip. It's a very important clip. Just 2 minutes.
Indeed, the Vedas themselves are sound vibrations in literary form and carry a profound message. Spiritual disciplines recommend meditational practices such as silent meditation, silent recitation of mantras, and also the verbal repetition of specific mantras out loud. A clinical test of the benefits of mantra chanting was performed on 3 groups of 62 subjects, males and females of average age 25. They chanted the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra 25 minutes each day under strict clinical supervision. Results showed that regular chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra reduces stress and depression and helps reduce bad habits and addictions. These results formed a PhD thesis at Florida State University.
What he says?
Thesis topic for Florida State.
Yeah, Florida State University, they have done doctorate research. So Mahamantra removes 4 things. What he said? Stress, addictions, bad habits, and one more thing, sir. Distractions, yeah. So he said that's the power of the Mahamantra. See, this is the PhD thesis, David Brian Wolf. How the chanting helps. See, chanting takes you to the yellow zone, which is called alpha zone. If you go to the active hyperactive zone, that is passion. Below one is tamoguna, ignorance. See how he is smiling happily. You want to smile like that? You have to chant Hare Krishna every day. Otherwise you will become angry like that, hyperactive. Or one will go to tamoguna like this. Please always repeat, know the right, do the right, discipline the right. How do you do that? For know the right by Gita study. And do the right by willpower, which comes from chanting. And discipline the right by good association. Same thing, A, B, C. A is association here, B is Bhagavad Gita, and C is chanting. That's why I told you A, B, C. Only three things only. So it's not difficult. I've left you with very simple solutions to apply. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. So, because our teenage youths, they stayed back, so we gave all our attention to them today. So, I'm here, I think, tomorrow. Tomorrow evening there was something, is it? Tomorrow evening? What was it? Where is it? Oh, they have already chosen the topic, or I can speak the japa? I can speak on japa tomorrow? Tomorrow I can speak on japa topic. Because japa, many of the seniors came with the expectation of hearing about the body, mind, heart door. How do we open the door and then how do we chant nicely, correct? No? So, who is the host? You can tell them, no problem. So, let us do it tomorrow. But even what we did now, I think even for adults it's helpful. How many of you think? Yes. Correct, no? We are also children like sometimes. So it's very helpful for us because these are all from the... I always give a blend of Bhagavad Gita and the practical things because children can understand these things. Many of the youth stayed back enthusiastically because they can understand what I am talking. It's relevant to the contemporary times. One question I can take 5 minutes, then we wind up after that because you all have to go to sleep. No, just now we said early to bed, but leave you early also. Anybody has a question? Anybody? Based on what you heard? Yeah.
So, Prabhuji, throughout the entire lecture, we talked about how we want to improve our habits and stuff for our future and our careers. But how do we make sure that our brain is focused on using the gains from our career on Krishna and for his service and stuff like that?
Yeah. Actually, when for Arjuna, Krishna told him one famous verse, Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu, and then he said two things, Mahamanusmara yudhyacha. Mahamanus means remembering me and perform your duty, he said. So, it's like a railway line, There are two lines which takes the train to the destination. Similarly, you all have two things. Like Arjuna was a warrior, you are all students. Arjuna was a devotee, you are also a devotee. So Arjuna was first class devotee and first class warrior also. So you have to perfect in these two fields. That means, one shouldn't neglect the studies in the name of spiritual life. And one shouldn't neglect spiritual life in the name of studies. Then you need to balance both. So very simple formula, we have morning for Krishna, daytime for school and evening for studies. Like that you can allot. So in the evening when you study daily, do the reviewing, the next day class will be easy for you. And the early morning if you get up, do Mangala Arati, Narsingha Arati, Tulsi Arati, Japa, hear some talk, Bhagavad Gita something. Then your mind becomes calm, cool, collected and focused also. Then you can do all your activities nicely. It's not very difficult. Only thing is people don't allot time like this. Generally early morning, people as soon as they get up, they pick up the phone and they start scrolling in the early morning. They waste a lot of time. And then unless the examination comes, students don't study. And many of the students stop chanting. They don't chant. As they grow up. When they were small children, they were chanting below 10. When they became 12, 13, 14, they stop chanting. They get distracted. So today I showed many of the distractions I showed. So if one has a very good spiritual practice in the early morning hours, then your life, whole day will go very nice. Alright? Thank you. Yeah.
So you said the 10-second rule was something you told us.
Yeah.
And
10-second pause.
Yeah, 10-second pause.
Yeah.
And whenever our mind tells us to go scroll or
Right.
jump through the
That's called impulse, we call it.
Yeah.
Push.
Really,
Yeah,
really
correct.
impulsive.
Yeah.
He said to pause 10 seconds and ask ourselves whether this is hurting or helping.
Exactly.
Yeah. So sometimes our mind will say, oh, you can relax, it's fine.
Yeah.
You worked really hard and everything.
And that is not relaxation. Relaxation is what? you go out close to nature, like with barefoot you put on the grass, that increases your energy. And also take sunlight, take fresh air, puff of fresh air. The more you come closer to Mother Nature, your body is healed of many of the problems in the body. That is actually true relaxation when you come. Or do little exercise, do little jogging, or play some outdoor game, These things be energizing. And hear some nice Madhav Prabhu or Janavi Harrison or somebody singing Hare Krishna for 5 minutes. So these are very relaxing. Like if somebody is singing, TV watching is relaxing. TV watching increases the stress because so many things are going on. They give you breaking news nowadays. They'll break your head and go and they won't give a solution. Correct, no? So we should know what relaxes and what increases stress. Actually scrolling was thought of to be relaxing. But now the scrolling has become a big menace now. And everywhere you go to the train, you go to the flight, you go to the park. Like one mother and daughter went to park to have a quality time. And both sat at the either end of the park bench and were scrolling. They got into that. So we become addicted to that. Gaming addiction, scrolling addiction. Addiction means we are helpless. We cannot stop. Do we want that? We don't want. So it's not relaxation. Let's be honest. And we should know what is true relaxation, which actually energizes body, mind, soul. Right now? Make sense? Thank you. Now we should conclude. I don't want to delay you any longer. It's already 9:15. Shri Prabhupada ki. We'll meet tomorrow again. Thank you.